DC Fitness Squad, what is going on? Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well and amazing. If you're tuning in right now, hashtag I'm here. And if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay for me, I appreciate you. Today, we're going to be talking about a common theme I'm actually seeing with some clients that I'm enrolling the past month is they're not feeling full on their diet, especially because it's summertime, you're going out, parties, social events, stuff like that. You're not really feeling full and you're binge eating and you're eating late at night after work, you're working long hours and you're not feeling full and you're not feeling good. What is going on? Some individuals are tuning in on Instagram. I appreciate if you're tuning in on LinkedIn or Facebook, hashtag I'm here or hashtag replay if you are watching on the replay. I appreciate you, okay? So today we're going to be talking about how to stay full so you don't cheat on your diet. And there's quotations around cheat because honestly, I hate to really look at our fitness journey and think, oh, we cheated here, cheated. Like there always has to be room for moderation, right? You have to have your favorite foods, you have to have your favorite drinks, or else it's just not going to be sustainable, right? So I just put some quotes around cheat, but we're going to be really going into how to stay full so you don't cheat on your diet. It's very tactical. So I'm going to start this podcast up. We will get it going. Still am a little sick from last week, feeling a lot better though, and a lot of people did give me some hope you feel well soon messages, and I really do appreciate you. I'm definitely feeling a lot better in terms of like energy. Still kind of have a tickle, a cough, but it's all right. We're good. We're showing up, and I'm gonna start the countdown right now for this podcast, and I hope it gives you a lot of value. Let's hop into the lesson right here. All right, let's go. Loud today. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Men's Fat Loss Made Easy podcast, where I'm here to give you massive value that you can implement on your fat loss journey. Today, we're going to be talking about how to stay full so you don't cheat on your diet, because honestly, it's frustrating always falling off track, right? You come home after a long day at work. Maybe a lot of you are already working from home, right? You had kind of a stressful day. A lot of brain power was used and you don't want to cook, right? You just want something that's easy, convenient. You don't really want to prep dinner, and then you just get into bad habits, right? You start finding meals that are just convenient, and yes, it's easy in the moment, but it's not easy when you wake up that next morning feeling like shit and being like, all right, that just was not worth it. What am I really doing here? Because there's a great saying that I love telling my clients. It's like a second on the hips is a lifetime. Oh no, sorry. A second on the lips is a lifetime on the hips. And it's kind of true. And just like I said before I started this podcast, like, yes, everything in moderation, especially if you're trying to lose weight, tone up like for good and make sure that this is sustainable. It's important to really have your favorite foods and drinks, but it comes down to like, you're just going for what is easy right now. And coming back to the topic of this podcast, right? Like you're not feeling full on your diet. So you'll go throughout your day and then it's late night, 9, 10, and you're going for like sugary snacks, salty snacks, and it's not really helping you feel good. And the scale's going up, clothes are feeling tighter. So, gentlemen, I want to help you out. So, in this podcast today, I'm going to share exactly how to stay full on your diet while, keeping yourself satisfied. You're not going to be eating chicken, rice, and broccoli. I'm not going to be saying that at all. But I want to make sure you're actually feeling full, going to bed full, and actually satisfied instead of just cheating every time on your diet. All right. No more binging, no more bloating, no more low on energy. I want to make sure you're feeling good. A lot of you gentlemen have some solid weight loss goals. A lot of you want to lose 15 pounds up to like 50 to 100 pounds. All right. So this is going to help you because nutrition is 85% of that. So if you want to get the value, this is going to be important. All right. And before I really get into 3 things that will help you out in terms of keeping you full, I honestly want to talk about a client really quick. A client that we signed up a couple weeks ago. I don't want to share his name because we're going to be getting into some personal information. But let's just call him John. All right. John was working really long hours and he was binging after work. And he just wasn't really full from his diet. Like he was eating like a normal average guy, he would have his breakfast, lunch, dinner, but he just wasn't full and he wasn't really feeling good. He wasn't really feeling energized. And that was his main concern when he came to me. And he came into the program and we taught him about foods and methods that will actually keep him emotionally satisfied. Like going to bed at the end of the day thinking, wow, I really stayed on track on my weight loss goals and I didn't have, chicken and vegetables every single meal. And also we kept him full so he wasn't really craving sugary and salty snacks when he was hitting the pillow at night. All right. So we will be talking about exactly what we did to help John. All right, we'll call him John because he had some personal issues. I don't want to say his actual name, but that helps him and my clients and helps myself, because I'm going to be honest, and I posted a lot, like I went through the binge eating. I still have a lot of temptations. I still have a lot of cravings. My coach is pushing me really hard right now, and I'm going to be lying to you right now if I told you I didn't go to bed, with some cravings and some things, but I do some things that I'm going to share today. I'm going to share right now 3 things that are going to help you stay full on your diet. All right. So you're not craving like the sugary and the salty stuff that's just not going to serve you. All right. So I want to get into 3 things that will 100% help you. If you're listening to the podcast, give me a thumbs up. I don't care if you're freaking driving, listening on the treadmill, whatever. I want a big thumbs up right now. And if you're on watching live, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are, just drop a thumbs up in the comments if you can, if this is kind of resonating so far. If you're a busy guy that's really struggling with your diet and struggling with not only the motivation to get back on track, but the right knowledge to get you back on track, keeping you full, keeping you satiated, making sure like you're not going throughout your day hungry. Because I know a lot of guys that came to me that went on restrictive diets and they were hungry all day. This is not going to be it. All right. So I want to get into it. I know it's 100% going to help you, and let's talk about it. All right. So the first thing that's actually going to keep you full, all right, on your diet, and you're not going to be cheating on it, is eating more protein. And if you tune in, you hear me talk about protein a lot. And not only does protein have its own nutritional benefits, it's actually going to keep you full for longer, so you're not craving the sugary and salty snacks. If you have a cup of mac and cheese and you have like a cup of chicken, or if you have a cup of lean beef or ground beef, like you're going to be much more full after you have the protein. All right. Instead of having like something that's just a little bit more empty on calories. And for you, I would spread your protein throughout your day. Don't just have like a big sitting, at 6 p.m. Like that's it. Like spread your protein throughout your day. And that's how you're going to get a good amount of protein in, and make sure that you're feeling full, so you don't cheat on your diet. All right. Lean meats, chicken, turkey bacon, turkey meat, ground beef, eggs, quinoa, chickpeas. These are all great sources of protein that you can incorporate. And if you have more protein in your diet, you will be feeling more full, and your body will be satisfied. Your mind will be satisfied. You'll be able to go to bed without craving the sugary stuff, the sugary cereals, the snacks, any of that. All right. The fast food. You don't need to. Okay. It's a mental game, and that protein will help you out. All right. So I hope that makes sense. The second thing that I want to talk about that's going to help you really make sure you're feeling full and not craving the sugary snacks at the end of the night, especially like, late night. I'm definitely guilty of this. But what you want to be doing, the second method that I do want you to stay true to, is eating more for less. Eating more for less. There are foods out there that you could have so much of, and it's still going to be low on calories. And I do want to bring up a food category. All right. It's not all our favorites, but vegetables. All right. I know what you're probably thinking, like you don't want to have vegetables every meal. And I get it. You don't have to have vegetables every single meal, but sprinkle it in sometimes throughout your week, because just the thing with vegetables is you could have bowls of vegetables, and it will probably not even add up to 200 calories or 100 calories. Like a whole thing of lettuce is like 50 calories, right? So you can have like that and throwing in your chickens, your sauces, barbecue sauces, hot sauces, all that. And it's just going to be a very voluminous meal, meaning you're going to be eating more foods for less calories, right? Like you can have a lot of these foods, and it's going to be like equal to like one Big Mac, right? And I share like diagrams like that with a lot of my clients and the individuals in DC Fitness Squad in our community on Facebook. If you're not in it, what are you doing? But like it's a bunch of that. So it's about eating more for less. All right. So that's definitely going to be the second thing that's going to be most important. And if you're like, all right, I just really don't like vegetables or voluminous foods, throw some seasonings on there. If you have to use olive oil, avocado oil for the flavor, put some salt on, that's completely fine as well. But I do want you to stay true to the rule, having more foods for less. All right. Is that good? Makes sense? Great. Okay. And then the third thing I want you to do to make sure you're really feeling full on your diet, you're feeling satisfied, you're not craving sugary stuff at the end of the night or throughout the day, is eating less of the empty calories. All right. I'm not going to restrict you from any foods, but I will tell you the facts that the chips, the sodas, the candies, the junk food, like it's just 200 to 500 calories of just like no use, right? And like since it's your body can't use it, it's going to want more foods that it could actually use, right? So that's why they call it empty calories. And like you have to realize these empty calories, these brands, they are specifically made for you to eat more. These companies that own, I don't even know if this is going to get published because I might get freaking blocked here, but this is the truth. These companies spend millions on research to do two things. One, they want to make their products so tasty no matter what. So good no matter what. And I mean no matter what, like they're going to put in any chemicals, any like additives, no matter what to make sure that it tastes good. And then two, they want to make sure that you don't get full, you don't get too full from the product, so you buy more. So if it's tasty and you don't get full, you're going to have more. That's why you can't just have one chip. If you open a bag of chips, it's gone. You know that like it is absolutely gone, right? So that because they want you to grab more. So just know that and have that knowledge and just be like, all right, this is empty calories. This is literally this is literally made for me to not get full. This is made for me to reach back and buy more, which is just honestly a waste because you're not serving yourself. So if you just have that mindset and you're just going to be more knowledgeable about the products and the process, and that's definitely going to help you. All right. So try to don't go cold turkey on your favorite foods, but try to restrict those empty calories. And if you can restrict those empty calories, you're going to have more nutrient dense calories and you'll be more full, therefore not cheating on your diet. All right, which brings us back to our main point. Okay, is that good? So let's recap here. A lot of you gentlemen are really struggling with diet. You're working long hours, you're coming home. I have some people that just watch TV and they just are, snacking until they go to bed, right? And I get it, but you're just because you're not full. You're hungry, and it's okay to be hungry, but why you're hungry is because you are not keeping yourself full. So here are 3 things you can do to keep yourself full, all right, to make sure you're not really craving sugary and salty snacks at the end of the night, especially right before bed. Number 1 is eating more protein throughout your day. Protein itself will keep you more full. It's just that's one of its roles. That's what it's going to do. All right. The second thing is eating more foods that have less calories. And one of them that I really talked about is vegetables. And if you really don't like vegetables, there's other things out there. Utilize 0-calorie drinks. Honestly, Diet Coke is not a bad one. If you're really having too many calories that are empty calories, like maybe utilizing something that's 0 calories, right? Try to have lower calorie stuff. And I'm not one to really cut calories, but if you're not feeling full, have more foods in volume that's lower in calories. Does that make sense? So a big one and the healthiest one is vegetables, because you could have all the vegetables you want and it's not going to be high on calories. And you could have that with any meal you really want. So if you have a protein and a vegetable and, a starch maybe or something, you are going to be full, you're going to be staying healthy, and you're going to be good. That's really what it comes down to. It's simple when it comes that way. All right. And then the third thing, the last thing, it's actually not something to do. It's something to avoid a little bit. It's to kind of avoid throughout the week the processed and empty calories, I should say. All right, the processed empty calories is going to be processed. And what empty calories really is, it's foods that just aren't going to serve your body. It's literally calories that have no role that your body can benefit from. Your body is like, it's consuming these calories and it's just empty. There's no nutritional benefit from them. All right. So trying to stay away from that and going to more nutrient dense foods will 100% help you stay full, be able to lose weight for good, make sure you're going to bed feeling full, satisfied. You had what you want for the day, but you're not craving stuff, when you're going to bed or waking up at 12, at night, midnight, and you're going to the freaking fridge and having Ben and Jerry's. Like, let's stop doing that, because those bad habits are what is breaking you. All right. Breaking your promises to yourself is why you're not happy, why you're not confident. So that's why we're going to change that today with this podcast right here. All right. So I hope that's good. I hope that all makes sense. And that's all I got. All right. So if you're listening to the podcast, I really do appreciate you. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Send me a message, Facebook, Instagram, reach out, whatever. Instagram is Danny Cavs 4 and Facebook is Danny Cavallero. And I just want to know what your biggest takeaway is. And I want to know whose life I'm freaking changing. All right. Also, last thing. All right. This is more for people that are watching live right now. I do have a big announcement coming today around 6 p.m. I want you to be there. All right. Big announcement. I've been talking about it the past couple weeks, and I want you to know what it is. I think it's something that could benefit all of us. That's why I'm kind of putting it out there. And yeah, that's all I got. So everyone on the podcast, I appreciate you. Hope this helped, and I hope you have the best day. I'm going to go crush my workout. Let's go. Have a good one. All right, DC Fitness Squad, thank you so much. I appreciate you for tuning in. I think this was definitely helpful. I work with a lot of men that come to me that went on restrictive diets, and they're eating a lot throughout the day because a lot of their calories are just not nutrient dense. And if you're having empty calories all day, you're going to be hungry all day. So have more nutrient dense foods. Do what I actually talked about like in this live training. If you're tuning in right now, watch this again. Try to get some snippets that will help you. I went into 3 things that will 100% help you stay full on your diet so you stop cheating. And I know it will definitely help you out. All right. So appreciate all of you. Talk to you soon. See you on the next episode. Talk to you tomorrow and have the best day of your life. Peace.